Good good morning, BAM world. Today's hot sheet, I am discussing the April CPI report, the U.S. China tariff argument, and mortgage applications. Today is Wednesday, May 14th, 2025. I'm Jeremy Knight, and the hot sheet starts now. All right, let me know where you are tuning in from on this wonderful Wednesday. Welcome to the Hot Sheet, the industry's only live daily news show on the internet, brought to you exclusively by BAM. The Hot Sheet covers what you need to know about the real estate industry in a 24-hour time period. For access to the charts and slides that you will be seeing today, and reviewing every day on the Hot Sheet, sign up for BAM X. This is where you get access to all of the Hot Sheet daily downloads, courses, biweekly masterminds, and BAM X community. There's got to be a Hot Sheet code, Jeremy, I would imagine. I don't see it on my notes today, but Hot Sheet code Jeremy, and that's going to get you, I think, 10% off. And I've heard that all your dreams will come true on school if you use Hot Sheet code Jeremy. Good morning from Austin. Good to see you, Steph. You're just right up the road from me. I'm out in Dripping Springs, Texas. Good morning, Elaine from Vacaville. Sadie, what's up? Central Utah. We got Rainy, Long Island. Eric, Michelle, New Jersey. Who else we got in there? Saw a couple other names. Fidel. Good to see you all. Oh, how is your market doing on this Wednesday? I am super busy in Austin, Texas, and I get hit and miss responses. I'm about to go to an event today, and I'm going to hear both of these responses. I'm super, super busy, or I'm really slow and nothing's moving. I don't know why there's such a disparity between the two, but every event I go to, I feel like some agents are super, super busy and some are not as busy. So let's get into the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics report about CPI index. It rose 0.02% in April, with shelter accounting for over half of the monthly increase over the past 12 months. Overall inflation rose 2.3%, while food prices climbed 2.8% and energy prices fell 3.7%. Israel says, what's up from Hollister, California? Good to see you. Brad, good to see you. See, Steph is staying busy in Austin, Texas. I'm telling you, when people are hustling, hustle happens. Brad says, what up, Jeremy? Good to see you, Brad. It's been a while. Kamal, good to see you. Okay, so let's talk about CPI and how that it's going to impact us in the real estate market. Obviously, consumer price index CPI going up is not what we want. We want it to go down. CPI increased 0.02% seasonally adjusted in April after a 0.01% decline in March. So that's a big swing the opposite way. I would imagine that tariffs, wars, and things like that have an issue. Yeah, here we go. There's a chart for you. I would imagine that all of the tariff stuff is probably why we saw an increase, but we will get through the numbers. Over the past 12 months, the index rose 2.3%. April marked the smallest 12-month increase in all items in the index since February 2021, which is good. The index for all items less food and energy increased 0.02% after March's decrease. Shelter index rose 0.03% in April, contributing to over half of the monthly increase. Food overall food went down 0.01%. That's good to see. But where did it go up and where did it go down? Food at home was down 0.04%. Meats, poultry, fish, and eggs down 1.6%. Eggs alone 12.7%. For everybody that egg prices are going up, looks like they are going down. Have egg prices gone down in your area, Debbie from Santa Clarita Valley? Good to see you on here. Cereal and bakery products 0.05% down. Fruits and veggies down 0.04%. Other foods at home 0.01%. Dairy and related products down 0.20 cents. Here's where things went up. Non-alcoholic beverages went up 0.7%. I wonder if that's because sugar prices. Don't know. Food away from home 0.04% up. Full service meals 0.6% up, and limited service meals 0.03% up. So not a whole lot up for those that did go up, and also not a whole lot down for those that went down, except for eggs saw the biggest decrease. Energy, we've all seen gas prices come down. Hopefully, I know in Texas, gas prices have dropped. Have they dropped in your area? Because gas prices going down are always a welcome sign for everybody. So overall energy index is plus 0.7%. Natural gas is up 0.7%. Electricity is up 0.8%, and gasoline's down 0.01%. Texas, I don't know what happens in Texas, but gas prices drop fastest here, I guess. Motor vehicle insurance is up. Used cars and trucks are down 0.5%. New vehicles unchanged. Airline fares are down 2.8%. Who is traveling to Austin soon to come say hi to me? I'd love to take you to barbecue. Who's inviting me out to their area too, by the way? I'd come out. We do fun stuff over here at the Night Group. Medical care up 0.05%. My son just literally blew out his knee. And so I'm dreading getting that emergency room bill. It was the nastiest thing I've ever seen. So hopefully medical charges go down soon, because it's about to get hit the massive bill. Hospital services up 0.6%. You have physician services up 0.3, prescription drugs 0.4. I saw something in the news yesterday about reducing medical costs. So hopefully we see some good news from there. Year-over-year medical care is up 2.7%. Yeah. So I'm just curious, is that impacting you in your markets? I'm sure it's not going to be impacting you very much, other than the stock market's been kind of all over the place. Up yesterday, we saw interest rates hover at the same 6.92% yesterday. They didn't go up or down. I'd prefer them to go down. We'll check the 10-year treasury in the last part of the show. Man, are you guys just bored out of your minds? I don't see any comments in here. Morgan, what's up? Good morning from Foco, Colorado. Did I say that right? Foco? All right, let's go to the CNBC report that the U.S. and China have agreed to slash reciprocal tariffs from 125% to 10% for 90 days, easing trade tensions and boosting global markets. In a new BAM article, Realtor.com senior economist weighs in on what the truce could mean for construction costs, mortgage rates, and housing market. I'm curious, have you talked to builders in your area? Are they seeing prices going up? I know in Austin, we still have a lot of new construction inventory. How is your new construction inventory? Key details from the CNBC article are that U.S. and China agreed to temporarily suspend most tariffs for 90 days. Reciprocal tariffs between both countries will be cut 125% down to 10%. The U.S. will maintain its 20% tariff on China imported related to fentanyl. As a result, U.S. tariffs on China remain at 30%. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, both sides on the reciprocal tariff will move their tariffs down 115%. The 90-day tariff pause will begin Wednesday, which is today. Further discussions on economic and trade policy are planned. What do we got in here? Blue Sky Santa Fe, tons of increasing inventory with price drops teaching 40%, maybe touching 40%, connect to learn more. Love it, Emily. Thanks for the information. Also, what's going on in your market? Feel free to drop it in the comment section. We love to read your comments. I just got a text message from my guy at Paul State at Insurance. Paul Allstate. I call him Paul State. We are golfing Friday morning. Byron, you want to fly out to Austin and go golfing? All right. NASDAQ futures up 3.7%. S&P futures up 2.7%. Dow up more than 800 points or 2%. ICE US, can't say ICE anymore. People freak out. ICE US dollar index rose 1.1% to 101. Stocks 600 index Europe rose 1%. Brent crude rose 2.7% to 65.66. Brent crude, huh? I think that's crude oil, maybe. Rose 2.7% to $65 a barrel. West Texas Intermediate US rose 2.9% to 62%. That's actually good for me because I actually just bought a bunch of oil wells to invest in last year. Who's investing in oil like I am? Okay. reaching 40%. I think I knew what you meant. Hermosa Beach, California. What up, Lenny? Good to see you. Context and expert commentary. U.S. President Donald Trump had previously imposed tariffs of 145% on China. China retaliated with restrictions on rare earth elements. Mark Williams, Capital Economics, called the truce a substantial de-escalation, but warned there's no guarantee that will lead to lasting ceasefire. Augustin Di Pietro, if I screwed that up, man, just call me Byron. Byron's terrible with names. I love you, Byron. Active inventory north of Denver's metro is up 11% year over year. Under contracts are up 8.9%. So the market's still moving. That's great. And Nicole says, good morning. Okay. Tai Hui, JP Morgan asset manager, said that tariff cuts were larger than expected and reflect an understanding that the tariffs hurt global growth. Good to see. He also added that 90-day window may not be enough for a full agreement. True. A lot of these trade deals that they're talking about are going to take 6 to 12 months probably, or even longer to actually hammer out. So who knows when we'll see the economy just run at full speed and rates drop. I'm sure in your market, you would love rates to be under 6.92%. I know I would in the Austin area. We have so much inventory here. It would definitely help. So overview, 90-day reprieve from multiple digits is seen as a positive step forward, de-escalating the trade war. I think we've hammered this point home enough. I really think we do. Okay. I'm sure you all are talking about it, or if you're not talking about it, you've seen it all over the news. So curious your thoughts on the trade de-escalation. Is it going to be good for us as realtors? Is it going to be bad for us as realtors? Do you not care? If you don't care, just write in the comment section. I don't really care. I'd love to hear from you. Calculated risk blog. We're talking about mortgage applications, and this is the information that we want to know as realtors because this is also very important to us. Reporting on data from the Mortgage Bankers Association, MBA, notes that purchase mortgage applications rose 2% week over week. I think we got a slide for this, actually. There we go. And they're up over 18% compared to the same week last year. Meanwhile, the average 30-year fixed rate ticked up to 6.86, and refinance applications fell 0.04% and remain at 44% higher than a year ago. But that's what I find super interesting about this. And this is something I've been saying on my personal YouTube channel. If you don't follow me, just go to YouTube, Jeremy Knight. I talk about the Austin market primarily. One of the things I've been talking about a lot is that I felt like the last half of this year is where we're going to see more buyers in the buyer pool. And the reason why I kept saying that is because I felt like interest rates were still so high. A lot of uncertainty was still going to be hitting the market. And for us in the Austin market, especially, we're going to see a flood of inventory that's going to sit. You see all the price drops. If we do see rates drop the last half of the year, I would imagine we're going to be a lot more buyers in the pool. I'm curious what your thoughts are for your market. Do you even talk about these things with your buyers and your sellers, or do you come to the hot sheet first, take this information and take it to your clients? That's what I would do. In fact, I've made plenty of videos off of the hot sheet notes myself. So if you're not doing that, become a member, go to school, get your membership, use the hot sheet code, Jeremy, and definitely do this because I'm telling you, you will be more educated, which will actually get you more clients. There's 3 things that agents need, right? They need to have communication and be able to talk to their clients, know how to get their clients, and know how to convert their clients. And if you don't know this information, it'll be harder for you to convert. There we go. There's the code. No codes anymore. Just use Jeremy's link. There we go. Put it in the comment section. Okay. So mortgage composite index seasonally adjusted is up 1.1% from the previous year. Market composite index is up 1%. Purchase applications are up 2%. Unadjusted purchase index is up 2%. 18% from a week year over year. That is fantastic. So I hope to see the market, more buyers in the market. I'm sure you do as well. I've got a few listings I would love to see get under contract very soon. Government purchase applications down 5% from the previous week, up 40% year over year. Purchase application activity versus past benchmark is 10% above the lowest level during the housing market bust from the lows of the 2023 October timeframe. Refinance applications were actually down 0.4%. There we go. We got a chart. I love charts. Phoebe says late, but here. Hey, Jeremy, I'm from Marin County, California. Good to see you, girl. Thanks for popping in. Refinance volume, slight increase in government refinances, decrease in conventional refinances, decrease and remain low for overall refinance activity. I'm sure more mortgage lenders would love to see refinances very soon. So average 30-year fixed rate mortgage. In fact, if there's any mortgage lenders on here, let us know that where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear from you. The average 30-year fixed rate conforming is 806,500. Let's see. We got anything else important? Last week saw steadier mortgage rates as the FOMC meeting played as predicted, and the market movement led to a small 2-point basis increase in the 30-year conforming rate to 6.86. Refinance volume was a little changed. All right, let's go to Zudilio cash offers. I would love to see that chart popped up here. The markets that are seeing the most cash offers: Huntsville, Alabama. Who's at Huntsville, Alabama? Las Vegas, Atlanta, Baltimore, Tampa, Florida. I got a question for you. If you were to move to Florida, where would you move to Florida? My wife wants to get a 6-month of a year property. So we're in Florida 6 months. So should I just stay at Byron's house in Naples? I hear they don't get internet all the time, is why we did not have the hot sheet yesterday, and some other stuff. So Tampa, number 5, Orlando, Florida, 6, Jacksonville, Florida, 7. Man, Florida is all over this list. Denver, Colorado, 8, Phoenix, 9, and Charlotte, North Carolina, 10. Are you in one of those markets, and are you using Zudilio? I've looked into Zudilio, and I'm not selling you this because I'm on here. I really have no affiliation with BAM other than I come on every now and then and get to talk with y'all. So I find that these tools they provide are also very, very good tools and good tools for your clients. So check out Zudilio. All right, let's look at the 10-year treasury. Where are we sitting on the 10-year treasury? Ooh, baby. Down, 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 down. Who else is cheering? Down, down, down. Get down to $4. Get down to $3.50. We need those prices to shoot back down. So hopefully we'll see a price decrease in the overall mortgage rates today. If we pull up the mortgage rates, though, they are going to show us that we were unchanged at 6.92% day over day. Let's see if I got it right. Look at that. Didn't even need the chart in front of me. Okay. Thank you, everybody. On every Thursday at 10 a.m., I do a mastermind. So if you'd love to jump on our mastermind this week, we're going to talk about podcasting. So just shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'd love to connect with you on there. It's for free. We don't sell anything on there. I just love to mastermind with all of y'all. So please join me, and make sure you subscribe to the Hot Sheet if you haven't. They've got tons of stuff going on every day at BAM. So I'd love for you to tune in and support our BAMX community. That's the Hot Sheet. We're out. Have a good day.